In a relationship, feelings matter. Whether it's a romantic one, whether it's within a friendship, whether it's a bond, a family bond, feelings matter. And when we are not taken seriously when it comes to our feelings in a relationship, it's not gonna go well. And a lot of people are struggling with this in relationships, that whenever they express what they feel, what they need, or what they miss in a relationship, that the other person won't acknowledge it or doesn't try to understand it, or in the worst case scenario will say stuff like, that's your problem, or you're making too big of a deal out of it, or minimize it, or turn the situation around wherein the person will make the other person feel bad about needing something or wanting something more out of that particular relationship. And this over time can become really unhealthy, because if we don't feel heard, if we don't feel understood, and we feel like we need to almost fight to get our point across, or to, share what we feel and what we need, and, we are not being heard, then we will not feel safe anymore with that particular person. We will not open up anymore, and we will maybe shut down and slowly distance ourselves within that connection, which is only logical, because the other person is not, for whatever reason, not making an effort to meet us where we are or what we are going through. And I also see it with my clients. Just today I had this couple sessions, but also the other time with someone I saw individually, that she has been married for over 10 years with her husband, and she's doing everything, household chores, the organizing and the planning around the children, but there's no communication at all between her and her partner. Not even like, how was your day, or how do you feel, and even when she tries to express her thoughts or feelings, or that she misses stuff in their relationship, the partner in this situation is like, yeah, but that's your problem, or I don't think there's a problem with our dynamic, I'm okay with it, like, you're the one being difficult. And this is not gonna work, obviously, because you have one of the two is, not feeling good in the relationship. And as a partner, you cannot say stuff like, that's your problem, because you are co-creator of this dynamic. So if you really care for the other person, if you really love the other person, you want the dynamic, the creation that you two are forming, you want that to work well and keep working well. And if one of the two is needing something or missing something or whatever, then as a team you need to look at, what's like the block in a relationship, and how can we work together to find a way out of that. Because in a relationship, you're literally like sitting in the same boat together, and trying to like pave your way through life together in the same boat, trying to direct the boat, trying to keep the boat afloat. And you're doing that as a team, because the boat is the relationship. And even in that boat, when you're sitting with the the two of you in the boat, and on the side of your partner there's like a leak or like a hole in the boat, which will, affect the entire boat, or whether you guys will stay afloat. You cannot say to your partner like, I'm not gonna help you because it's on your side. That's your problem. But it will affect the entire boat, even though the hole or the leak is on her side or his side. And that's the same with relationships. If one person is having difficulty with something, or is sensitive towards something, or is scared about something, or it doesn't matter, or needs more intimacy, or needs more communication, then that's something that needs to be worked on together. You cannot say stuff like, yeah, but that's your problem, or you're too needy, or if you don't want to lose that person, that's not going to be a smart thing to do. And of course, as a partner, you're not responsible for everything that your partner is missing or needing, because as an individual, we also take our background into the relationship. What we've experienced before in our childhood, but maybe also past relationships. And sometimes we are maybe oversensitive towards certain things because of what we've experienced before, and then it's also up to us to like work on it, or to seek help individually to work on it. But as a good partner, you should also be aware of that and try to like work around it, or try to give the other person the time to overcome these sensitivities, or so that your partner can heal, or better heal around these vulnerable aspects that the person is having. So the balance that needs to be sought out, whether it's what is their responsibility, and what can I do as a partner to help with that, or with the problem, to make the relationship work better for us. For instance, like when there's a woman and she experienced a lot of yelling and screaming in her childhood, and because of that, she doesn't like her partner to scream or yell at her, because then she gets really scared, or she will shut down. Then that's a sensitivity that the partner, one of them, is having. So then if that person is expressing that to their counterpart, like, I don't really like it when you raise your voice, or because it makes me feel bad, and the other person is saying, yeah, but that's your problem, even though it is her problem because that's her experience. But to work around it, or to work together as a couple, you need to take your partner's needs and vulnerabilities and wishes, and you need to take that into account. And if you're being asked too much, like to change fundamental things of yourself as a person, then that's also not a thing. Then it's going to make it more difficult, then you have to ask yourself, I cannot change who I am. But if it's like little things, or things that you can easily adjust to let the relationship feel more safe and secure for the other person, then you should definitely do that. Because feelings matter in a relationship. They make us feel safe with the other person if we are feeling hurt by the other.